Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, spooky season is upon us here at First Eps. We watched Make Me Scream, a brand new Halloween-y themed show from Prime Video.
A video game. It's a game.
A game.
Not a video game, but a game.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're going to talk all about the very first episode. My name is Eric.
I'm Keith.
And this is First Eps.
Show me that smile.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of First Eps. Spooky season is here. Our favorite time of year. Is this our favorite time of year? Or do you prefer
mine.
like the Christmassy time of year?
I think for the TV episodes, I prefer this time of year.
All right. It's our favorite time of year.
Yeah.
And I guess that just means, in my mind, it's just October.
Yeah.
So in like October 1st, it's officially spooky season.
Right.
And then it goes into Halloween.
Right.
And then bam, and then Christmas. November 1st.
Yep. Dunzo.
Christmas.
You don't do All Hallows Day or whatever, the Day of the Dead.
No, we don't do that.
With the
Oh, that is fun, though.
That's November 1st.
Oh, okay,
So
maybe
one
November
more.
2nd.
Yeah.
So to kick off spooky season here, we watched a new spooky show called Make Me Scream from Prime Video. We're going to talk all about that.
Yeah.
But first, how have you been? It's been a couple weeks since we recorded. You been all right?
I mean, I've been okay. Yeah.
Traveling the world.
I was, that's right. Last week I was in the Netherlands, in Leiden, which is a university town about 30 minutes south of Amsterdam.
You saw a double rainbow?
I did see a double rainbow.
Yeah, that's all I know about your trip.
Yep,
That's the only thing you told me.
You might know about, if you look it up, double rainbow, I did go viral.
You did. Yeah, that was you.
I looked a little different in those videos, but that is
me. Double rainbow.
Yes.
It was a good time, though?
It was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Nice.
Met some great people, learned some cool things. It was a medical museum conference, international.
Yeah.
So I met people from all over Europe, some from Africa, some from
those Dutch. They're very, very, very handsome, very, very beautiful people over there.
Very tall people too.
Yeah.
I would say there were probably like 30% men in the group. There were maybe 70 people, and most of them are Europeans, many of them Northern Europeans, so Germany or Amsterdam, not Dutch, and further up. And I would say I was probably in the 70th percentile for height.
Really?
And I'm
that's crazy
very
too.
tall.
You're 7'2". So that's strange. Dutch people are tall.
No, they were. I would say that the average Dutch person was probably Dutch man was probably 6'2".
Wow.
Like it's really interesting.
Oh, man, we gotta go there, eh?
Yep. It was good times.
Nice. Well, you were out having fun. I had surgery. I had carpal tunnel surgery on my hand. Has been not as fun.
Right.
So not as Dutch.
Two cities.
Yeah, exactly.
I was out there living my best life, double rainbow with tall blonde gentlemen.
Yeah, and I'm wiping my hand with my left, or I'm wiping my ass with my left hand, which is very difficult. You've tried that?
No, I haven't, because I did when I broke my arm earlier in the season.
That was your left.
That was my left. So I could do my right hand.
Man, it's weird. You wouldn't think it would be as difficult as it is, but like everybody at home, try it. Wipe with your non-primary hand. Have a little fun.
Yeah,
it's
spooky season after all.
Let us know how it went, because I tell you, I'm having trouble.
Yeah. Now, have you gotten any advice from anybody? Have you looked on Reddit or anything to see people maybe thought about this?
No, I have not.
Any tips or tricks?
I have not Googled that. I think I've gotten better as the time has gone on.
Yeah. So what is it like? Have you changed your reach? Have you?
I feel like I'm not
at the front.
No, same reach, but like before, like it was weird muscles like that. I was like pulling muscles. Yeah. Now I think they're loosened up.
You've developed your muscle a little bit more now. That's good. Yeah.
All right. Enough about that. Let's talk about this new show that we watched.
Speaking of terrifying things,
terrifying is right. Make Me Scream. So this is like it's like a game show where they have like D-list celebrities host and then come in to be scared.
Now, were you saying the hosts were also D-list?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think everybody is that all right?
I mean, I would be happy to be on the D list.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
I mean, people kind of like know your name, or they might know you, but they don't really know or they haven't seen you in a long time.
That's what these people were. Yes, we knew their name for the most part. So the hosts were Tempest Bledsoe and Daryl Bell. Tempest Bledsoe was from the Cosby Show,
which I instantly recognized her. Yeah, I was like, wait, she's on this?
Yeah, she was always the best of the Cosbys.
Absolutely, she was also the best of this show.
Yeah, and then Daryl Bell was from A Different World, Cosby spinoff.
Remember him too?
And they've been married for like 30 years.
That's amazing.
It is. And then the guests that they brought in to try to scare
Yes.
were Jaleel White,
Love him too.
Family Matters,
Also,
Urkel,
obviously everyone loves them.
classic.
Yeah.
Shaniqua Sande.
Did not know her.
No, she's newer. She's from a show called Harlem.
Which I've heard of.
She's on the come up.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then Lil Xan, which everybody knows Lil Xan.
He's definitely on the come up too.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know anything about Lil Xan.
I don't either.
And I don't care to after this.
No. I don't know. He did score a point on me when he fell.
That was fun. That was fun.
I do think that, you
Yeah.
know, well,
Watching him fall,
it was good. Well,
great.
So going on just on first looks, he's the one with the face tattoos, and I
Mhm.
didn't know anything about him. And he looked like he was trying a little hard. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't
Okay?
know. I don't know how many
But-
Lil Xan fans there are. We
I
could
don't
be
know either.
getting into deep shit here with them.
No, I mean, to me, it was just my first, right?
Yeah.
But I felt like I did kind of grow as a little Xan fan.
Sure. Yeah. By the end,
By
I
the
agree.
end.
I agree a little bit more than
A little more
when you
heart to
first
it.
saw him.
Yeah, because you could tell that he's just like, I don't know, barely out of being a kid, and he's just doing his thing. And
Yeah.
you do you. Yeah.
You do you. Then they brought in their friends, Javelin Chew, which is a
Yes.
great name, by the way.
Right.
Javelin
absolutely.
Chew.
Now, do you know her from anything?
No.
Well, we should. Everybody
We
should.
should.
Yeah.
And then Karma was the girl that came with Lil Xan, and then this guy Chris was with Jaleel White. And
Right.
so the whole point is they go through these like those haunted houses that they set up during like the Halloween times
Yeah.
where people jump out and try to scare you. They
Right.
go through these, and the whole point is the more you scream, the higher your score is.
But not only that, you also can't run. You
can't run, can't close your eyes. Yeah, can't hide. And then the team with the highest score at the end is the loser. So you want to have a low score.
Mm.
You said like golf. Yes, exactly like
Right.
golf.
Okay. Just like golf.
So it starts up and they go in with them and their friend, and like right away, first thing that happens, that Shaniqua goes in the thing and just immediately screams. Like as soon as she walks in, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be that. The best part of the whole show, and it was in the trailer, was like when she's running and going like, they touching.
yes. That was definitely my highlight.
Lil Xan falling,
Right.
they touching.
So this was broken into 3 different segments where they were at 3 different haunts in some way, shape, or form.
Mhm.
And yeah, Shaniqua definitely got 1 and 2. Little Xan took my heart for number 3.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yes. So yeah, this is in the first, I don't know, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then
So did they say there's a rule not to touch, or was she just trying to blow them in, or what was going on?
I don't know. I think she just realized that this is what's going to happen. Because
She
then they
was
were
so mad.
throughout.
They're touching, and then she said it a couple more times.
Yeah.
It was great.
This is where I realized though, like 10 minutes in, I'm like, okay, this is a 45-minute show. What the fuck is this show? Is this it? This is it. And that was it. Yes. It was a little varied.
Yeah. I mean, we're kind of getting. I think are we talking about? We're not going even through the rest of the plot points here.
We could go through everything.
Well, so the first one was.
I'm just saying my first impression.
Right.
10 minutes in,
Is
I'm
the
like,
same as your last impression.
okay,
I'm sure.
this is going to continue for another 35 minutes. Like I feel like the show
right.
was.
And that's what you thought, but did that come true? Let's follow up.
Let's find out. So now there's a scream meter in the corner, and every time they scream, it goes up.
Right.
And I had no idea how it was counting, because sometimes like they would just go like, "Ugh." I guess that's a scream, but like it was like screaming,
like basically like any reaction was seen as a scream. But if you dared to close your eyes or move faster,
also points.
I'm like, so I was trying to figure out. I wish they would have done a walkthrough for a no point walkthrough.
Oh, sure.
So we could to show us what we would have like the ideal, right? Because I can't imagine
just completely like a robot, like just now no response to anything.
Yes,
dead face walks through.
Right,
0 points.
Right,
perfect score.
Yeah. So like maybe you got just like a ton of Botox.
Yeah, and just so your face is frozen. Yeah, Lil Xan can hook you up.
Yes,
with a Lil Xan.
Yeah,
and
Bethany Frankel comes in.
Yeah,
with the Botox.
She comes in, jabs you a bunch.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't know why she's part of this now, but she's
part of all of
Maybe
these
she's
things.
in season 2 or episode 2.
Yeah. Well, where were they? Where were they even filming? So
not
like
Hollywood.
It said not Hollywood.
Right.
But I don't believe that.
You know,
because these are all Hollywood people.
Yeah, I agree too. Like they have to live somewhere. You know,
but also they were all wearing like winter coats and gloves.
Wipeout, they would film it and they always wearing winter coats, but it was in California somewhere.
Yeah.
I bet it's the same area. This way they did just use that to build this Halloween, these sets for the scare houses.
Closer to Canada.
I don't think I think it was in like Santa Barbara or something. I don't think it's closer to Canada.
It's cold in Canada from what I've heard.
It is. That's what people say. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, because like it was, the whole set was just like this weird, shitty set that was built, or it could have been like at like your local like Fear Scream Land or whatever.
I kind of loved the set.
The sets were, I mean, they were great for what they were.
Yeah.
It was probably the best looking of these haunted houses that I've ever seen personally. Anyways, let's get it. So,
I mean, it wasn't in like a decrepit Kmart like ours are.
No. Yeah, a good point. So that was the first thing, and then the next thing, it was their greatest fear. So
right, there's this one they had a little challenge they had to do.
Yeah,
not just one run around not scream, but they had to do something while they're not screaming.
Right. Shaniqua's team was like an alien adventure. They had to find these aliens.
I think she must have said aliens were her biggest fear.
Yeah, which is that's normal.
I mean, that's
The second was the second favorite part when she got the goo in her eye?
Yes.
Because this happened. She reaches in, grabs an alien, and like it squirts goo out. And she's like, "It's in my eye!"
And like her hair flies back. I love a good hair fly back.
Oh
right?
yeah, you do.
So her hair flies back dramatically, and they put it in slow mo, and she's, "It's in my eye!" And it's like you would think that her eye was melting. It was amazing. It was great.
She didn't know what this alien goo was.
And then like her friend, Javelin was there, like had to do a full investigation. Like basically we called her like an ophthalmologist to take a look.
Good thing Javelin is an ophthalmologist.
She's got that DOD. Yeah. So she diagnosed that she was fine in the clear, and we restarted. We rebooted. Yeah.
The next group, Julio's group, they were in like a clown themed thing, and they had to go pop balloons.
Yeah, I mean that to me is another one. I think I actually just read that statistic. I think 10% of people say clowns are their greatest fear.
Sure, that was probably the creepiest of the bunch for me.
Yeah.
And because this also had the chainsaw man, the classic chainsaw man.
That was going at the end. Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime you go to one of these, there's some guy with a chainsaw that chases after you.
Yeah. Yeah. You smell that gasoline, you just got to start running.
Run.
Yeah.
And then the third one was like a catacombs because Lil Xan is afraid of being buried alive.
Which I thought was a really strange fear. Like,
yeah.
To me, it's like, so as a historian, that's a very historically accurate fear people had because people couldn't diagnose or view into the body to see the like the breathing and brain waves and heartbeats. So you could get buried alive if things were kind of reduced very easily.
Surprisingly, this has happened to Lil Xan twice now. He has been buried alive twice because he's like unresponsive and his friends just like dig a hole and just dump him in. And that's why it's his fear. I looked that up on his Wikipedia.
Oh, I mean, that makes a lot more sense now. Yeah. I mean, he's got to get a new friend group, I got to tell you.
Yeah, very much so. But, his fear comes from that.
Oh, okay.
And this was another great part for me because, like, his friend Karma was just freaking out the whole time. And that was, like, I enjoyed that probably the most out of anything on the show.
Yeah, because he was in the beginning trying to just be super cool and cash.
Yeah. And she was just losing her shit.
I love it.
It was great.
But then he loosened up and started screaming too towards the last time.
He did.
For better or for worse. Actually, for worse, because they did pretty bad.
Yeah. And then the third segment of the series.
We have to say anything.
Was this really, really cool haunted house. I think that was the best set. It was like,
I like that. Long.
They, like went through like a refrigerator into another room, and it was like a bunch of different themes and a lot of good surprises and jump scares. That was the
first one where I'm like, oh, I want to go in this haunted house.
Yeah.
The other ones were more just kind of watching. They were fine. The first one was kind of a mini haunted house where they had like specific like areas they walked through, and there was a person scaring them each area. But this one actually had like I felt like multiple actors in rooms and a lot of kind of going on. The last one,
right?
It was fun. Yeah.
Now, how do you think you would do in this situation? What would your score be?
Well, of course, I think I would do amazing, right? I think I'd steal my emotions.
Do you do like, would you verbally react though? Would you like, because you can't do the, we found that counts as a scream.
Yeah. I probably would do that a couple of times.
Yeah.
I probably would close my eyes and walk fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Points.
I don't do like a lot of the blood curdling screams unless other people are doing it, and then I kind of want to get in with it, so then I'll do it too.
Yeah, you do like a scream laugh while you're like running. That's how I picture it, anyways.
Yeah. Oh, like Tina from Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, when we go together though, I'm trying to remember like what. I feel like I'm usually one of the ones in the front. Where are you?
Usually in the back.
Are you? Okay.
Bringing up the rear. No.
Okay.
No, I'm not most of the time. Like sometimes I will. Like if it's a
Like,
good jump
yeah,
scare,
yeah.
then I'll fucking like it'll be like a big scream.
Yeah.
Like there have been definitely like horror movies we've watched or
Yeah.
something where I'm just like, ah. There's a lot of times when I'm sleeping at night and my dog barks and I wake up just screaming.
This is amazing information.
So
I have never heard this before.
That happens.
This is live, man.
Yeah.
I mean, this is good. This commentary, yeah. This
And
is
I-
hot steaming pipe.
and I hear myself and then I'm
Yeah.
awake and I hear myself screaming and it's really embarrassing. I'm like, oh, it was just the dog barking.
That's amazing. Yeah.
I
I don't have any of that.
in these situations,
yeah, but you
though,
think you'd be good in this. Cool as a cucumber.
fine, no points. I might get 2 points for farting.
Well, we found that out. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
any
If they think
noises.
it's attributed to being fearful.
Sure,
if you can, if you can convince
scared
me
the
just
shit
had
out of him.
beans, Yeah.
2 points.
I can confirm the doctor's one had beans.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take one off.
All right, now the next. So I don't know if this is a full season. If this was a special, if there's going to be more
It did say-
episodes.
It's a season 1, episode 1.
Right?
But, I mean,
Yeah, who knows?
was
if
that just generic, like a
Yeah.
placeholder? Yeah.
So if there was an episode 2, what shitty celebrities would you want to see walk through this
Ooh.
haunted house?
Well, I mean, not that she's shitty at all, because I think that she'd be good for it.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I shouldn't say shitty, like D-list, because these guys. I mean, they're not like.
right. Now, you might be mad about
shitty.
my D-list one that I want to have on there.
Oh my god, who is it going to be?
Izzy Phillips.
Oh,
Right?
she would be great.
I feel like she would do this.
She would be the candidate we were talking about. Full Botox and just completely zanied up.
You think
Like, I
so?
think that's her normal life now.
All right. Well, I mean, I want to see that then.
No,
yeah.
I'm kidding. Izzy
No.
Phillips, I'm a big fan.
I was gonna say, I think, yeah, she actually she's friends with Raz Hernandez.
Oh,
Mhm.
shit. Maybe she could be on that new show.
I don't know if they have. Do they have guests? Who
I don't
I don't
know.
know either. Yeah, maybe.
Kristen Stewart's on that. Well, but she made it.
Yeah, she's on. I think she does some voiceovers or something, or narrations. Yeah, she produced it. Yeah, what is that one called? We're gonna watch that. you said.
Living for the Dead.
That's coming up. We'll
coming
talk
up
about
on
that later.
Hulu. Yeah.
But yeah, who else would be on it? So Busy Phillips, I'd love in my
Like-
wish list.
Probably like another like TJF person, like you had Jaleel White, Urkel,
Oh,
like a Full House
Stephanie.
or something. Yeah,
What about
probably she would be great
she'd
on
be
it.
good. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about like Alf?
Oh,
Just
like
have
a
him walking
costume.
through.
I like that idea too.
He's
Yeah.
just eating all the cats.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I just saw. Unless it's fake. Is Mr. T still alive and doing his thing?
Mr. T's still alive.
You
Yeah,
saw the Skechers commercial that's been everywhere? There's
No,
been a
I haven't.
Skechers one. Yeah, so Mr. T looks exactly the same.
He
I
looks
feel.
great.
Yeah.
he looks
so
great.
I think he could be in it too then.
Yeah, oh
So I'm
my
like,
God,
I think
he'd
it's
be
someone else who,
amazing.
yeah.
He just punch everything that came at.
Yes.
I pity the fool who tries to scare me.
Yes! That's one point. You cannot.
You cannot say your catchphrase. As you'll see, Jaleel White did not say, "Did I do that?" At any
I don't
point.
think
in the
Jaleel White.
evening.
I don't think he does. He still try to live into that anymore?
No, I think he
Mr.
tries to avoid it
Yes.
as much as possible.
I think Mr. T loves that moment of his life,
Yeah.
and Jaleel White has
all
moved
he's
on
got.
for that moment.
Yeah, yeah. Jaleel White, at least he played like the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog for a couple of seasons.
Exactly.
All
And
right.
Stefan Urkel.
Well, sure, we could remember Stefan. All right, before we give our review of this episode of Make Me Scream, I just want to look ahead to the rest of the month.
Oh, good.
Spooky season, all
Yeah.
the stuff coming to streaming
Yeah.
services.
Yes, please. Let's do this. Tell us more.
October 4th, Haunted Mansion comes to Disney Plus.
Yes. Isn't that today? What day is today?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's out now. Now, did you didn't see the new one, right?
No, I wanted to.
Did you see the last one with the Eddie Murphy one?
Yeah, it was okay. And I
I didn't
saw
see
the
that one.
Muppets one too.
Oh yeah, I've
Which
seen
was
that one.
Slightly newer.
I've
Also
seen that one.
okay.
Yeah, this one, it looks good. It's got Lakeith Stanfield, Rosario Dawson, Owen Wilson, huge cast. Danny DeVito's in it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that looks good. And then October 6th, Pet Cemetery Bloodlines comes to Paramount Plus.
No, what is that? That's a TV
That's a
show?
prequel. It's a movie.
Oh, interesting.
Prequel to the Stephen King
Yep.
movie. It's set in 1969.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Also, October 6th, Totally Killer comes to Prime.
You
This is
showed
the
us
one-
this one.
It's got Kiernan Shipka, Sabrina. She goes back in time to 1987 to stop like a serial killer slasher thing.
Mhm.
So it's got all the classics: 80s
Yep.
slasher.
Yep.
What could be better?
Time travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my
it looks
favorite.
good.
Yeah, it's going to be on Prime. That one looks really good.
Yeah.
It's getting good reviews.
And that one just came out too?
October 6th.
Oh, good. Maybe watch it for next week or something.
Also, October 6th, VHS 85.
Oh.
Did you ever see any of these VHS movies?
Is it like found footage or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's been a whole bunch of them. It's always like, so this one is 5 different stories from 5 different directors. And it's got David Bruckner, who did Ritual. It's one of my favorites. And then Scott Derrickson, he did the Sinister film. And this is like, it's all set in the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all found footage stuff set in the 80s. That's on Shudder / AMC Plus.
Cool.
Which I think I'm going to subscribe to for this month.
Which one? Shudder?
Well, so AMC Plus now has all the movies from Shudder on it.
Wow.
So it's like you get all the good stuff.
Yeah, that's great.
So, and I think it's only like $5 a month. So I think for this month, with everything coming out, I'll probably get it and then see how, maybe in the next month.
Sounds good.
But yeah, that one looks great. And then October 7th, 3-bed, 2-bath, 1 ghost.
Oh, Hallmark.
They're getting into haunted movies.
Yeah, and with a bit of humor. You show me the thing. It was kind of trying to be like Ghosts.
So bad. Yes. It reminded me so much of Ghost, where just the woman could see the ghost.
Yeah.
But like then the ghost is like the 1920s like flapper or whatever they are.
Super
and she's
sarcastic.
like, "Hey, sassy lady."
Yeah, that was her.
This is my voice.
This is direct quotes from the film.
Hey, why don't you go climb a tree, turkey? It was terrible. It was so bad. So yeah, maybe we'll watch that.
So that's a must watch,
show.
Obviously.
And then here's the premise for it.
Yeah.
The house at Anna, a new real estate agent, has a spirit from the 1920s that won't go. Even worse, the ghost is afraid she won't be able to pass over unless she reconciles Anna with her ex. Yeah.
There we go.
Very
all right.
exciting.
So, of course, there has to be a relationship in it. I was trying to figure out how that was going to go.
Right. October 9th, The Mill comes to Hulu. This has Lil Ray in it.
Okay.
As a businessman who wakes up in an open-air prison cell with only an old grist mill, forced to work as a beast of burden, he must find a way to escape before the birth of his child.
Oh, okay.
It looks probably not great on this out of this list, but I'm including it because it is a choice. Next up, October 12th to Netflix, The Fall of the House of Usher. This is the new Mike Flanagan joint.
Oh, you love Mike Flanagan.
Most excited for this one. I'm hearing big time reviews.
Do you know the story?
Buzz. No, I'm not familiar with this Edgar Allan. Do you?
I've never read it, but it's a classic of his. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's got all the favorites from the Flanagan verse, except now Mark Hamill's in it.
Is that the skater?
Nope, that's Luke Skywalker.
Oh, right. Isn't there a Hamill skater of some sort?
No.
Here, put that on the thing. Find out after post-production.
Yeah, send us in if you're listening to this and your last name is Hamill. And then the next up, In My Mother's Skin also comes out October 12th to Prime Video.
This sounds very exciting.
Yes, this is a foreign film. It's from the Philippines, and it's stranded in the Philippines during World War II. A young girl finds that her duty to protect her dying mother is complicated by her misplaced trust in a beguiling, flesh-eating fairy. So
Classic tale.
I watched the trailer for this, and it looks very stylish, and very creepy.
All right.
So
I mean, it sounds interesting. The title itself is makes you cringe a little bit. But
it was. Yeah, watch the trailer for this. It's creepy. The next one, The Conference, is another foreign film. It's a Swedish film.
I was just at the conference.
Yes, this one comes to Netflix on October 13th. It's a team-building conference for municipal employees. Turns into a nightmare when accusations of corruption begin to circulate and plague the work environment. At the same time, a mysterious figure begins murdering the participants. So
it sounds so terrible.
Yeah, and it's like a horror comedy, so it does look pretty funny. The trailer looks good, but yeah, it definitely seems like something you could relate to.
I know,
like the slashers,
those team building conferences.
Yes. Next up, Creep Show.
Okay.
Also comes out October 13th. Now this is just season 4 of the series based on the comic book, where it's just like an anthology, scary stuff. Also comes to Shudder and AMC. Also October 13th, so it's Friday the 13th, so there's lots of stuff that comes out that day. But Goosebumps, new series based on the R.L. Stine books,
classics,
comes to Disney Plus. So this is, same thing, 5 kids unleash,
live in a house,
some sort of demon or some shit on the world, and then they have to figure out. This is a PG show.
Yeah.
It's going to be on Disney Plus.
Maybe just a ghost then.
And Hulu. Yeah, I think it's just a ghost.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's got Justin Long, Rachel Harris, Miles McKenna, Will Price.
Wait, in the ghost
Rob Hubel.
What is Justin Long? The dad or something?
I don't know. I don't know how it works. There's going to be 10 episodes. Next up, John Carpenter's Suburban Screams comes out October 13th on Peacock. So this is it's 6-episode narrative/reality hybrid that explores realish, frightening tales from seemingly perfect American hometowns through a combination of first-hand accounts from the people who experience these horrors, archival footage, and dramatic reenactments.
Oh, I love the archival footage. Yeah,
Carpenter produces the series and directs one episode. So I watched the trailer for this. And
good music, I bet.
No.
Really?
So it's like, it's talking about like, in the trailer, the woman's like, and he came and knocked on my door, and it was like he's like a murderer wearing a rabbit's hat or some shit. I don't know, dude.
Like a rabbit hat? Or
no, like I didn't want to say rabbit head because I didn't want you to think it was like a real live rabbit head, but like a costume. Like a rabbit's head.
I don't think I would think it was a real live rabbit's head because that's usually pretty small.
I mean, like so maybe it's like a jewelry, just as like a totem
end here on his little face,
not like on his head, but like I did like a necklace with like a rabbit's head on it.
No, I think because that's not scary. So when you say that, I'm imagining a head, like a mask of some sort.
Sure,
probably like a 1970s plastic one. I would.
Yeah, it probably was that.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that comes out.
Wow.
New movie called The Puppet Man comes out.
Are always scary.
Also October 13th. So this one is about people being the puppets. So the Puppet Man, a convicted killer on death row, always maintained his innocence and that it was an evil force controlling his body as he slaughtered his victims. Now, Michael, the killer's daughter, begins to suspect that there may be some truth to her father's claim when those around her begin to die in brutal ways. She must try and break the curse of the Puppet Man before all her loved ones are killed.
So there's an interesting story about that I just learned too.
Tell me.
There was somebody talking about a clown who played a clown, and then what was it? He claimed that he had that the clown was like an alter ego that like took over his body. And then like he treated people poorly. I don't think he killed anybody, but
he was just a dick to people.
I believe so.
I'm gonna start using that.
This clown was an asshole. But then
that's just a different person inside me that's a piece of shit.
Apparently, it happened to his son and his son's son.
Really?
Like generations, like they would do the two, but like the clown came into them. Bizarre.
Okay.
I heard this.
The clown came into them. Maybe that's how this all started.
Yeah,
just a lineage of
you get it.
Clown molestation.
Like they all have like rabbits just in their face like this.
All right. Moving on. Living for the Dead comes to Hulu on October 18th. So this is the show produced by Kristen Stewart. It's the Queer Eye for ghost shows.
Right.
It is from the people that made Queer Eye, the Netflix series. But now it's 5 amazing queer ghost hunters travel the nation to save the living by mending the dead. They will reveal the unseen and reveal untold tales as they investigate some of the most notorious haunted places in the globe.
Yeah, I'm excited about this one because I love ghost hunting.
And Roz Dress for Less.
Roz Dress for Less is now Roz Hernandez because they've transitioned. So now they're no longer a drag queen, but she's transgender now.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah, so
she doesn't do that character on her podcast or anything anymore?
I mean, I
guess it wasn't a character.
Well, because she was more like, she would dress up, and that was part. But now she honestly just like, you know what? No, I am.
She's
actually
just
trans
Roz
woman.
now.
Yep, exactly. So that's why that.
But does she still do the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's funny because the podcast was paused for a while, and I didn't know what was going on. And they're like, "I'll be back as soon as I can," and then coming to find out about this. I was like, well, that's why she was gone for so long.
Makes sense.
It was like through January, maybe through like April or May. And I was like, this is weird because usually it's like every week, literally.
Right.
That she puts one out. So anyway, but I was excited to see it because I find her funny.
The trailer looked great. I'm really excited for this one because it does look, it looks funny. They go to creepy places and it does have that like heartfelt, we're going to fix your family while we're here situation.
Which is part because did you say, or did I just see this when I watched it? It's created by the producers, Kristen Stewart, but also the people who did what's it called?
Queer Eye.
Queer Eye.
Yes,
right?
I did just
that?
say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I totally zoned out about that.
You were
but
just
back
thinking,
now.
you're like, oh yeah,
Yes.
5 queers looking for ghosts.
This is, so I really wanted to submit something for this one. Be part
You
of it.
should have.
I should
You
have.
could have fit
But
in.
in watching, they're all like, I think the Roz Dress for like Roz Fernandez is like probably the oldest of the group. Everybody else is like they're like 20.
Yeah.
Like they seem really.
I mean,
young.
you could pass for like 29.
Yeah,
Just dye your beard.
Sure.
Be fine.
Just go blonde.
Yeah.
Right?
Full blonde.
Yeah.
That's big now after the Barbie movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That'd be a good look. I mean, so maybe I could try it out. I mean, if Hollywood wanted me to do that, I would do that.
Yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
Yeah. I thought it would be a lot of fun. But you know what? I never submitted that tape. So we'll never know.
Yeah.
I mean, Roz,
What
if you
could
listen
have
to
been?
this, yeah, maybe next season.
What would your role? So they all have different roles.
I think I would also be a researcher. I think I said that Roz took on.
That's what she's
so
doing.
we'd have
yeah.
to have her and I would have to have a bitch off and see who could do that.
Yeah. I think you could be a formidable team. Just doing it
work
together. Yeah.
Oh, well, I saw this. Well, I
Yeah.
saw this.
Exactly. You're just
And we
high-fiving.
come walking in,
Uh-huh.
just high fiving. Guess what? She died, guys.
What?
Exactly.
Okay. Next up, The Burning Girls comes out October 19th, Paramount Plus. I read this book. I'm excited for this one. Follows Reverend Jack Brooks.
Powers? Any powers?
She's a female reverend. You don't see those often. And her name is Jack, so it's very confusing for everybody. And her daughter in Chapel Croft, a place for a fresh start that soon reveals this community's dark history where ancient superstitions and mistrust of outsiders are quite common.
Ooh.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. And then Night of the Hunted comes out October 20th on Shudder and AMC Plus. This one is a unsuspecting woman stops at a remote gas station in the dead of night. She's made the plaything of a sociopath sniper with a secret vendetta.
Wow.
This one's less about the ghost horror stuff. It's just she's being like fucked with by a sniper.
Yeah. So somebody's
Scary in a different way.
at her. Yeah.
Yeah, more of like, we've had Swedish, we've had, this is the American.
I was just going to say more real world for
story.
us.
Yeah. Speaking of American horror stories, Horror Stories.
No, this is the big one. This has got the Kim. This has got the Emma. No,
that is on now. That's American Horror Story.
Oh,
got the Kim, got the Emma. This is American Horror Stories. Remember, we watched the first episode of the first season. It was the latex person,
right?
Or whatever.
I do remember this now.
We did not watch any after that.
We did not.
But this is the first episode of season 3. There's 4 episodes, each one a different anthology story.
All right.
And then the Enfield Poltergeist comes out October 27th to
Not
Apple.
I said that before.
Apple
it's actually
Plus.
in England.
Oh, Enfield, England.
Probably the original.
So this is the story of the Enfield Poltergeist.
Yeah, now this one's something interesting just because you were showing me that they use archival tapes to kind of narrate it, and I always love those creepy tapes.
Yeah. So it's a docu.
Oh, I fear the ghost.
Yes.
Too.
And the tape sounded creepy. So it's a docu drama, whatever, where it's like part of it is documentary footage, part of it's reenactments.
Right.
And in those reenactments, they use the actual recordings from like the possession and the seance and all this exorcism that they do.
That stuff's cool.
And it's based on who is the
I don't know what this is. It reminds me of the Hans Holzer.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not sure it was him.
This is like someone famous. I don't remember who it was.
Okay.
Someone you would know. Ed and Lorraine Warren
They were the ones.
visited the Enfield house in 78.
So they're the ones. Yeah, because they're the ones that paranormal. What's it called? Yeah, that makes sense. They did. That's what Poltergeist. That's what it was based on. One of their shows.
Right. Yeah.
One of the movies.
Yeah. So they're the Conjuring people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see.
I don't know which one it was. 1, 2, or 3. That makes sense. Yeah.
All right, and then Five Nights at Freddy's comes out October 27th to Peacock.
And this is like Freddy the Killer?
Nope, this is based on a video game where you play as a. I have the VR version of one of these games. You should try it. You play as a security guard in like a Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, this is amazing!
And the animatronic things come to life. This is what like they look like.
Wait, this is a show now?
This is gonna be a movie coming out. Yeah, the animatronic things come to life and they try to get you. But in the movie, like the power is going out or whatever. You only have so much, or in the game, you only have so much power. So you got to turn the power on, and then you have all these monitors, and you see them like walking around the place, and then Yeah, they'll just be like right in the monitor screen.
Yeah.
You'll turn the power on, and then they're like right at the door. It's real creepy. So,
It's so creepy.
this has got Josh Hutcherson and Matthew Lillard in it. It looks like it's pretty fun.
It's great.
And then also October 27th, When Evil Lurks comes to Shudder. This one looks probably the creepiest one out of the whole thing.
That picture looks creepy. You're just showing me right here.
It says the residents of a small rural town discover that a demon is about to be born among them. They desperately try to escape, but it may be too late. It's really, really gross looking, real creepy. I think this one's going to be like the highlight of the month. It's getting great reviews, like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Who's seen it?
I think it's played at maybe some festivals, some film festivals.
Okay.
But yeah, that one, it looks, and I think this one's also foreign of some sort, but yeah, it looks super creepy.
Cool.
And then lastly, Hell House LLC Origins.
Oh, everyone loves a good Hell House.
Yep. So you were the one that turned me on to the first one.
Very good, right?
Yeah, Hell House LLC.
And of course,
still one of my favorites.
One of my BFF baristas in Hell House 2, which we still love her.
Sure. So this one is based, it's not set in the Hell House.
Yeah.
This one is, here's a quote from the guy. It says, although this is the fourth film in the Hell House LLC series, I want fans to know this is not a part 4 or a prequel. In making the Carmichael, that's the thing, the Carmichael Manor is the colon, the Carmichael Manor. I wanted to create an original story within the Hell House LLC universe set in the present day instead of making a precursor to the original trilogy. So it's got new characters, new mystery surrounding the events. It's placed in a 1989 story. So, yeah, but the same premise, though. It's a group of internet sleuths who go to the Carmichael Manor, it's this haunted place, and it's like a found footage thing.
And so why did I just call it Carmichael Manor?
I don't know, because they're trying to capitalize on the Hell House LLC like name, I guess. I don't know. But it's the same guy that's directing it.
I mean, it sounds. I
don't know.
It could be really good. I want to watch it. I just question why it's 4 when just because it's in the same universe. Like, you could just say that there are a series of trilogies you're putting together all in the same universe would also be sufficient.
Yeah. Well, it does say Hell House LLC Origins, the Carmichael Manor. So it's like, okay, this is Origins for those who care about it. But I see what you're saying. Put a different name completely, because you don't see like, Unbreakable and Mr. Glass and whatever that last one was. They all have 3 different titles.
Exactly.
We know they're in the same universe.
Right. I don't need, But maybe now that you said Origins, maybe there is some setup there that this starts the Hell House for some reason, and then I can buy it.
There's something there.
Okay. All right. You know what? I'm going to wait.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to see it.
Big month for horror stuff coming to streaming. And that's not even the stuff. There's a bunch of other stuff that's coming to like theaters and to digital. So, I mean, lots of good stuff. You just scratched the surface. Just scratching the surface. Yeah. All right. Let's get back to Make Me Scream. I want to hear Keith's first Eps review about this one. 1 to 10. Unlike this show, 10 is the best. 1 is the worst. What do you give it?
I'm going to give it, I don't know, 4 screams. 4 screams.
And then as I would walk through unblemished, I would give it 1. 1 scream from Eric. The shittiest show ever. The premise is it's over after the first 5 minutes. You've seen it, you've done it, you move on. You don't need an hour of this.
Well, what about each of the different, like...
Whatever, they're all shit. They're all garbage.
This is by far your lowest. You've been doing so good at holding this in.
Yeah. No, so like it was like you, I enjoyed looking at the scares, the haunted things.
That was it.
But like they were so similar. Once you've seen the first one, like it was cool to see the layout of the third haunted house. That was probably the highlight. But everything else was like just okay, we get it. There's something's gonna jump out, and these celebrities are gonna yell. We get it. Who's gonna yell the loudest? Who fucking cares? Garbage premise. Don't watch this show. It's the worst. All right. You got anything else you want to say?
I think you said it all. I'm gonna pass out.
But yeah, I mean, maybe you gotta watch it to go see who won, right? Because that's a big thing. Because let me tell you, they have these great necklaces that are really bejeweled, and they're skulls.
Oh my gosh!
So yeah, that's the big thing that they win.
Oh,
Not money for like a charity.
I love it. What the fuck did I just watch for the past 45 minutes? I want it back.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't think it was that bad. It is the perfect thing to put on, like a Hallmark movie.
Right. I
It's
mean,
just you're playing your game, you're looking at your phone, you put something on, everyone's wanting to look up and engage.
Yeah.
It's good for that kind of stuff.
it was good for that. But when I was forced to like focus and take notes, like I'm like, what is this? It doesn't make sense that it's still happening. It should not still be happening. And it should not have been 45 minutes. It should have been a half hour max. I don't know.
Mhm.
But yeah, go tune in, see who won the whole thing.
And yeah, go and see if there's gonna be more episodes because there may be, or maybe
There may
they
be.
realize it was a huge mistake.
Yeah,
And
watch out for Mr. T coming soon. All right, thank you so much for checking out this episode of First Steps. Now that was like the only really like it's October now, and that was like the only thing out that's
Right,
like that
we start off slow.
fit the mold
Yeah,
of like Halloween.
Yeah.
So that's we had to do it, and I thought it would be fun to watch. It was fun,
It was fun.
but
I wouldn't
not
watch it
great.
again.
Not great,
No.
but it was fun.
Yeah, one and done.
But yeah, the next few weeks we'll have much better stuff. A bunch of this stuff from this list we will be watching and talking about. So definitely,
I mean, every
tune
one of
in.
those. You gave us 30 things. We'll be watching at least 25 of those.
Well, I'll be watching at least 25 of those. But yeah, definitely tune in next week for more spooky season. You can find this show on it's on Fruit Lab. It's a website that you can earn cryptocurrency from watching things.
Sure.
It's great. Go check it out. Or check out the YouTube, Pop Culture Playground. It's where you'll find this show, a bunch of other stuff. I did just recently do the 5 best horror movies on Amazon, 5 best horror movies on Netflix.
Okay.
Check out those on there. Or you can listen to the podcast version anywhere podcasts are found. Yeah, and then check us out on we're on TikTok, Instagram, airing a bunch of garbage on those social media,
sweet social media sites.
social medias. All right. Well, thank you so much. We'll see you next week with more First Steps.
Bye.
Squish my nuts.
Yeah, I told you to let them out earlier
It's
outside.
just too warm and they're fucking down to my knees.
Aren't you recording this?
Yeah. That's the
That's the outtake.
outtake.